I think with English and American as well, especially English, you can live 30 minutes away from someone and speak completely differently to them. So it's, when you're learning English, going to be really important to be able to work around the accents, and because it's a language that people use all over the world.
That's
so
true.
You're going to have to get used to people with different accents.
And there's a lot of accent because we speak English all over the world.
Yeah.
You have, of course, you have a British accent, and then like a ton of accents within England. And then you have all the American accents within America and all their states. And then you have all the accents that come along with people speaking English as a second language.
Yeah.
So it's only
so
good.
we're helping your students
with the diversity that we provide as English teachers.
I was very offended. Yeah, he had his exam this morning. I thought that would be reflected in his exam. No, I'm joking.
Yes. No, we're very fair when it follow the book and do everything correctly.
Yeah, but I was explaining to him, because he was stressed, he just needs to get used to my accent.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And even just the way everybody speaks in their own way, we have to get used to that, I think.
Exactly. There's no perfect accent. There's no
apart from mine, of course.
Yes. Okay.
What about teaching English as someone who's had to learn it in your second language?
It's true. A lot of people actually ask me, so in Norway they speak English, and I have to say,
really?
No, actually we speak Norwegian.
Yeah.
And we just learn English.
Uh-huh.
And so I learned English in school. And from first grade, we have English as a part of
and
our
do
classes.
most people speak English quite well?
Yes. I think definitely from my generation at least. And actually up until my grandparents even speak English pretty well. Yes. So we learn it from first grade. A big difference in Norway and in other countries like Mexico is that we don't have everything dubbed. We watch TV and movies in English with Norwegian subtitles.
Okay.
We do dub children's movies as such, but at a certain age, there's no more dubbing, and you just have to be able to read.
Yeah.
And then you learn English as well. So it was a very inductive way of learning English. Like, of course, we learned it in school, in Norwegian, but we were exposed to it all the time.
And you need it all around you, don't you,
Yes.
in order to really...
And I also come from a home with two parents from different countries. My father is Greek, my mom is Norwegian, and they spoke English at home.
Really?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Does your dad speak Norwegian?
He does, yes. But it was, my parents met in Greece at 18, 19, and they didn't know each other's languages. So the only way they could speak.
He learn Norwegian for her?
Yes.
Oh, does she speak Greek?
Yes.
Oh, how romantic.
So in my household, there's 3 languages. They knew each other in English, and then they learned each other's languages. My dad told me it took him 3 months to master Norwegian.
That's impressive. Okay.
He learned it. Now he's been there 20 years.
Yeah.
And 20 something years. And my mom did Greek, took classes to learn Greek. But they used to speak English at home as their secret language until we understood them.
Romantic.
Right? Meaning more like, you need to take out the trash. And every fight they had was
argument language. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good idea.
It's great to have a secret language. Everything you can talk about. And that's actually, I think, normal in Norway to use English as the secret language until your kids learn it.
You can be horrible about people to their faces. That's why you should learn a language.
That's why it's a good idea to learn languages.
Do you think they had to... because I feel when people are speaking a different language, especially when they're learning it, you're kind of a different person. Kind of.
Yes.
I wonder if they had to sort of meet each other again when they were both speaking their native language,
Definitely. You can only imagine all of the communication that happens. I know that my mom had to explain a lot of things that my dad could say, being he means it this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
he's not being rude.
But that's how he can express himself. And so they have to have a lot of patience and understanding for that.
Yeah, that's exciting.
No, but I think that exposure for me, English came very natural.
And your brothers and sisters speak English also.
Yes. And then keep in mind, we also speak Greek. However, Greek I did master as well as English because I didn't have yet.
Not yet.
There is never too late to learn languages because I just didn't have the exposure like with English. And then in later life, I learned Spanish, which I'm now using every day in Mexico. And I use this a lot as an English teacher because I know the experience of learning a language.
Yeah, 100%.
Because there's a lot of frustration in the part where you're starting to understand, but you're not comfortable speaking, or you just can't do it yet. It's like being a child, like being a 2-year-old.
Yeah,
before
you
you
have so
speak.
much to say and you can't get it out yet.
Exactly, and this is why with the personality, like
Yeah.
I'm super outgoing in my language and in English.
And would you say you're the same person in Norwegian and English, or is that different? Do I even know you?
Oh my gosh, because I think my English personality is a bit more outgoing.
Really?
Because I used this while traveling. I had to speak with people a lot. I've used it in my jobs. I worked as a waitress for years with tourists, so I was speaking English. I had to be very outgoing. I used it as an au pair, like every time meeting new people with different cultures, using English. So it's like my brave personality.
Yeah, your alter ego.
Yes. And then that like bleeds into Spanish. Like I have to be brave to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And it feels super satisfying now that I'm at a point where I'm more fluent and more comfortable.
So maybe that's if your thing is that you want to become more brave, more outgoing, learn a new language.
Yes. And it's such a great opportunity. And especially like it's stepping out of your comfort zone. And every time you step out of your comfort zone, you widen it.
Yeah.
You get comfortable out there.
Yeah.
And that's what learning languages is all about. And that's what I like about our courses and our classes, because like they get to practice in a safe environment and then use it outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. I've never thought about that, about how you a different person when you're speaking a different language.
Of course, because I'm more shy.
Yeah.
Like you can't participate in group settings as like here in Mexico. My first few months, I just couldn't participate like I can a bit more now, but not like when we were in teacher course, like in the teacher course, and I could speak English and everyone understood me. It was a relief.
Yeah.
Like I was so much more outgoing.
Easy. Yeah.
And a lot more funny.
Are you more funny in English?
Yes.
Really?
And it's called funnier as we're speaking.
So good point.
A lot more funny, no, a lot funnier.
A lot funnier, yes.
I'm funnier in the languages.
I was just copying you then, so.
I was just testing you. That's my teacher trick.
Yeah, you have to listen for the mistakes.
And then at the point, like the part of also speaking is to forget about the grammar at some point. Just get it out and the grammar will follow. I really had to
as long as you're understood.
Yes, that's the most important part. Stop being embarrassed about your accent. And I'm talking to myself.
I like an accent.
Yes.
Yeah, it adds a bit more
character
to a language. Yeah.
Spice.
Yeah, definitely.
I like it too. I think it's cool. And it also shows that, hey, I'm out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I'm speaking a second language.
Yeah.
Every time I'm struggling with finding a word or whatever, I'll be like, hey, I speak like 4 languages.
Yeah, give me a break.
I'm excused.
Yeah, I don't have that excuse, but I can try it.
En IMAC Inglés Total tenemos cursos de inglés presenciales y en línea. Llámanos al 33 36 14 14 14 o déjanos tus datos en este WhatsApp y te damos información de becas y promociones. O visita imacinglesstotal.com.